There are two steps if you want to close down a fiscal year. The first step would be to close the fiscal year from the accounting periods page. So let me just open it up with the search function. Here we will get an overview of all the fiscal years and accounting periods of your company. And in this particular case, you can see in this column with new fiscal year that the fiscal year starts at January 1st and that it is equal then to the calendar year. You can also see that fiscal year 2022 has already been closed down from this Boolean fields right here. We have here the function close year, and the system will automatically suggest to close down the next fiscal year or the oldest open fiscal year. If we say if we want to close it down, we select yes, and you will see that 2023 has been closed down because it has been marked so, and also that the date will be locked for all of these accounting periods, as well as the next accounting period from the next fiscal year will have its date locked. Now that was step one. The second step would be to close your income statements, and that is another job that we can run if we go through the search function and say close income statement. This will immediately also suggest your fiscal year ending date, which is the last year that you have closed down. Next, you will fill in the general journal that will be used to post all of these closing entries, and the document number is suggested automatically if you have a number series attached to your journal. Most important thing is that you state your retained earnings account, because that is the account that the balance of all of your income statement accounts will be posted to. It will contain either profit or loss, depending on how good your year has gone. You can choose to post only the balance amount on this retained earnings account or post all of the details. For our example, we will choose the balance. And next is a posting description. If you work with business units, you could choose to close down each income statement account per business unit, and also you can choose to close down for each dimension. So in this case, we will close the income statement accounts per customer group. If you would choose department, for example, that is also an option, or you could select all of them. If I close down, you will see here you get a warning if there are any income statement accounts that have mandatory dimensions, and if that dimension is not selected, you will get a warning. So you can still adjust if you want and close down per department, per customer group. So let me just run this job by clicking OK. So this will generate all of the lines in your general journal that you selected. It will not immediately post. That was also not an option in the batch job that we just run. So let's go to the general journal. Select general and select, of course, the default batch job. Now, important is that you can see that the posting date contains a C in front of the date, C for closing. So that will mean that all of the closing entries are marked, and that is also very often an option that you can use to include or not include in any financial reports. If you scroll a little bit more to the right, you can see the total amounts for each income statement account. The same income statement account, you have different lines for that depending on the dimension combination that was used for this particular account. The last line, because we chose to post only the balance to the retained earnings account. The last line is then of course the line for the retained earnings account itself. So the last step would be to post. Let me just do that. And now our fiscal year is completely closed down.